Someone
to me like that.
I don't watch this though, gang. You don't have, do you have this though? Do you have this? Do you have this? He's mad he doesn't have this money. You want it?
Fuck Somali shit.
I'm someone
to me like that.
I don't watch this though, gang. You don't have, do you have this though? Do you have this? Do you have this? He's mad he doesn't have this money. You want it?
Of the Somali fraudsters convicted in the Feeding Our Future scandal were living with stolen funds. Documents revealing that scammers spent the stolen money on an apartment in Turkey, expensive car rentals, a luxury apartment building, and even a 4-story building and resort in Kenya.
I have a question for you. If there was a black community that had stolen over $1 billion from our federal government or our state government, what would happen to them? If people in Oak Cliff, Texas, which is made of mostly of minorities, black people and Hispanic people, what would happen to them? Do you think that anyone in our government would let them go for decades, stealing from Medicaid and Medicare to the level that we've seen Somalis do it in Minnesota? So for all of the people that are saying this is a racial situation, let me tell you what racism would have done to this. It is no way that they would have let communities steal millions of dollars and billions of dollars in programs that were meant for autistic children, or programs that were meant to feed people when they said they were feeding 3,000 people a day and they only saw 24. They would not have allowed this to happen if these people were regular Americans. If these were regular African Americans, this would not have happened in our United States. But our Democrat Party wants you to believe that this is a racial situation because, that's what they do. Everything is based on race. But let me just say this, from this one black woman, I have seen people in Dallas and all over Texas go to jail for $35,000 in theft. But the thing that gets me the most about all of this fraud and corruption that's going on in Minnesota is the attitudes of the people involved. The people that live in all of these communities, these Somalis, are now threatening Americans. They're not even telling us that they're going to take over the United States.
As soon as we find out who you are, trust you will be dealt with. Period.
You know what? Russia hasn't done that yet. China hasn't done that yet. You were brought here as refugees from a small country that had almost no money. But you want all Americans to be afraid of a community that has taken and stolen from U.S. taxpayers. And so
100%.
all of you people that have made comments about it's just racist, really, let me just tell you something. I don't care what race you are. If all of my cousins are stealing from me, I'm going to be mad at my cousins and I'm going to call the police on them.
There you go. Man, straight up 100%. 100%. So listen, what do you think? What do you expect from the people who come here and you've just given them everything? They are going to disdain the people who have worked for theirs.
They don't have no money,
Look who's back.
Ambition, nothing.
Look who's back. Listen, that dude, this is the guy I did a video on. And listen what he's saying. We have no ambition, all that stuff. He watched my video where I broke down the fact that when a person has no job, they don't have self-esteem, they have low self-esteem. I want you to listen to what he's saying here. And I want to go back to my video to where I broke it down on this guy. But now he's telling us, now he's doing reverse psychology. You're not going to believe this stuff, man.
They don't even have hobbies. They depressed, they lonely. There's always those type of people who care about situations like this. People who have something going on for their life, right? They're busy in their career, their family, they taking vacation, they're enjoying their life. They're not concerned with the Somalians in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Only people you will see who's worrying about this is not even racist. They just broke. They just don't have anything going on. They're broken spiritually, physically, and financially. That's what it is. They don't have any. Only Americans who's concerned with the Somali.
This dude is a real trip. So I guess he didn't get deported. I guess that wasn't him in that scene. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We are going to grow. We're going to be all over the Somali story. He's using reverse psychology. Now, this video, it's got over 100,000 views. So I'm sure he's looked over all of them because he's probably narcissistic and wants to see himself, and he's happy about his little, stardom. And where I was breaking it down, that he psychologically and emotionally not having a job and not taking care of yourself, that you can't feel good about that. And so you just saw where he tried to say that about us, and we're the ones working and paying taxes. Check out what he has. Check out what I had to say about that one. You could see that he's miserable and something's not right with him in the mind. But not having a future, not having a skill, not being able to get out and provide for yourself, that's not human nature. It doesn't feel good. It makes you feel, it gives you low self-esteem. What gives you pride and builds you up is going out and earning a living, working hard and using your mind and your skill and your labor and your strength to accomplish something. And see, that's what we've been trying to tell the black community for many years. Don't let these Democrats suck you into this little, barely get by welfare system. Nobody wants, you can't live that way. You can't prosper that way. So this guy's never going to prosper. He's never going to live a prosperous life with that mindset. And too bad that 95% of the Somalians that come here to America are on welfare. And much of that is fraud. Most of them coming here have come on fraudulent foundations. They marry their brother or their sister in order to come here. This is what the scam is, bigger than the billions of dollars. So yeah, that's what I had to say on that. I want to go back to the original video that I had, and it was with Benny Johnson. It came from Benny Johnson's page. And yeah, this is the video. Benny Johnson says here's a video posted by Somalians reportedly mocking massive fraud scandal by harassing a white man in the store and sarcastically offering to give him money back. They are straight up mocking us, zero remorse. So yeah, I was on Benny Johnson's show, and thank you, Benny. Shout out to Benny Johnson. I was on his show 2 years ago when I was running for Congress, and I'm running again, by the way. And I dropped my viral ad, "Make Rifles Great Again," and I was on his show. But yeah, Vinny has been all over it since then. He's super grown. I think he's got like 5-6 million subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to him, go follow him. He's got great content. But it's the Democrats who have emboldened these people. When illegal immigrants come here, and immigrants now, they come over here and they look down on us because the Democrats have propped them up, saying that, hey, listen, it's the illegals or the immigrants that'll make this country prosperous. I'm like, what? On immigrants. It's built on immigrants. No, it's not. This country is built on laws. We are built on principles. We're built on hard work. We're built on loving each other and respecting. We are a law-abiding society, and that's what makes us great. And we're also a Christian society, but we are not a government that runs on immigrants and immigration. They talk about the Statue of Liberty. Listen, the Statue of Liberty was not something that was instituted by law. That was a gift from Italy. And Italy he said, give us your tired, your broken, your masses. Well, no, take that back. And Italy, why don't you take the tired and broken and all that? Because America, we need people that's going to come over here. When you immigrate here, you're going to have to come supporting yourself. You have to come with some skills, a skill set. You have to come with some education, and so that you can help produce. But what happens is you bring illegals here with no skill. They're coming over here just to eat the sandwiches and the bread and the biscuits and all the free stuff and everything that we get there. The Democrats is giving them everything, right? They come over here and then they say, I helped this country get great. Like what? How did you help us get great? That's like a basketball player, no-name NBA player going to the Bulls with Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan and say, listen, since I'm on the team, I'm the one that made y'all great. No, Michael's like, look, we've won 6 rings without y'all. I don't need you on this team to make us great. We're already great. We don't need immigrants to come here to make us great. Democrats need immigrants to come over here and scam and take billions and trillions and to help them stay in power. That's the only reason. And they tell them that this country is all about you. Our country is all about you. And then when you get that, you end up getting stupid people like these folks who are getting free money, taking our taxpayer dollars and flaunting it in our face. Now, this should anger you to make sure that you get people like me in Congress, an America-born, America-first freedom fighter, In my first race, I focused on the First Amendment, right? Because big tech was kicking us off of YouTube. And it was kicking us off of every platform because we were talking about the election stuff. We was talking about the inoculation stuff, the shots. So they kicked us off and they took our freedom of speech. And I came and fought back with the Internet Bill of Rights. I didn't make it to Congress to get that in there. I still want to take that to Congress. Then secondly, after that, I fought for the Second Amendment, when I came back and talked about making rifles great again. And I'll put that in the link. I want to fight for us to have the right to protect ourselves. Now the fight has gotten even larger now, and now I want to go to Congress and write a bill that designates the Democrats as a criminal terrorist organization, and they should not be able to function as a political party in this country anymore. They need to be banned. When you open that border up and you bring millions of people into this country unvetted, and they start attacking the citizens, you start giving them a driver's license to drive huge trucks. They steal, shoot, kill, burn, rape, all of this stuff. Our citizens, and you don't think that's a terrorist act, okay? And somebody's going to get a hold of this. Somebody's in Congress right now. They're probably going to get a hold of this, and they're going to be told that this is a great idea, and they're going to push it just to do some fundraising. But remember, you heard this idea first from me. Now, for the month of January 2026, I'm asking 2,000, just 2,000 citizens, 2,000 patriots, 2,000 people who love this country to donate $100 for one-time gift of $100 for January and help us kick off this campaign. And I tell you what, you will not be disappointed in Jerone Davison for Congress. We're going to win this race. I got to get past this primary. Once I get this, we're going to knock that Democrat out the park. I assure you that. I'm running for CD4 here in Arizona, and I need your support. Go to Jerone.vote. Jerone.vote. Make a one-time donation of $100. I will send you an autographed copy of my book called Make Rifles Great Again. And I talked about how that ad went viral in my campaign and what we were running on. And it will be just a gift for your donation. So you'll get a little something for that. I will autograph it to you and send it to you right away. My name is Jerone Davison. I'm looking for your support. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in this video. Does this make you upset? Does it boil your blood? Well, if it does, we should have and win this 2026 primary election by a landslide. We should wipe these people out. We've got to make a statement. I'm Pastor Jerone Davison. Thank you and God bless.